Good morning, guys, YouTube people, world, whoever, wherever. Got some organization to do this morning. Went yesterday to the Home Depot. Picked up. Oh, by the way, welcome back to Half Fast 719. But yeah, went yesterday, picked up a pallet of pellets. So I have to move some stuff around, and I always put them right here. So that means paddle tires that I have for sale. I gotta put them somewhere. I don't know where I want to put them. Might throw them in the trailer. In this trailer. Might as well. Nothing better to do, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw them in here. Probably those wheels and tires right there. And yeah, might end up selling this toy hauler. I don't know. I'm gonna sell it and get rid of some stuff. But for now, I got work to do. Kid took the dump trailer to his work with his boss permission to dump it, because they say it's better to dump at the yard than to dump in the desert. So he took them for me, dumped them in the yard, and now I got an empty trailer. I need to mount that tire under there. But anyway, guys, I got work to do, and it's supposed to be cloudy. I don't know where these clouds are gonna come from, but I'm gonna take advantage of the sun while I can. And then I gotta clean the garage, because I will tell you what's going on in a little bit once I get all this done. So I'll be back. All right, guys. Got the pellets all unloaded. So yeah. Should be 50. Well, maybe 45. I think I brought 5 in the garage, so 5, 6, 7 times 4. So whatever that is, 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3. Is that 18? Yeah, 18 plus 28. 46. 46 bags right there, all unloaded. Took, I don't know, all of maybe an hour, because I had to make a pallet. So I basically took a pallet. I took a pallet that was that big, I cut it in half, and then took the one half, cut it in, I don't know, 2/3. Cut 1/3 off of it, and that's what I got. So now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load these pallets. I pull the trailer over here, load the pallets, that pallet, and then that block of stone. Maybe get rid of these 2x4 things, just to clean up a little. I was gonna burn, but it's such a pain in the butt to burn out here. Everybody burns around here, and then they all think it's me for some dumb reason. But hung this up because it's that time of year to plug the kid's truck in, the first gen that is at work. Okay, let me get to it. So I don't have to, but need to probably. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have to change this transmission in the car. So that dirty mess right there. Just driving the car. I think you guys know front differential winds on this car, which is part of the transmission. I'll post a picture of that transmission right now so you guys can see. Okay, so you guys see the transmission. It's got the rear of the transmission. It's got a drive shaft tube that goes through or along the side of the transmission into a front differential. Well, that front differential is leaking, and I'm assuming previous owner, because I bought it from a one owner person. Actually, it was one owner owned it. Then this dude is like a dealer. He traded this for something he had, and like 3 days later I bought this. So technically one owner, but no, technically two owner, realistically one owner. Anyway, I'm assuming they drove the car with the front differential low on fluid, and I got the car or whatever, and there was a whine to it. Put 40-something thousand miles on it already. Changed all the diffs, front diff, center diff, rear diff, fluid. When I got the car, just changed the transmission fluid, filter. I don't even know. Maybe like 10,000 miles ago. And yeah, so driving the car, started hearing whining on acceleration. Brought it home, and I just went to the fuel station, gas station, got diesel, and came home. On the way there is whining, on the way back is whining. So that was on go to work day, so I had to go to work. So I drained the fluid, jacked the car up, drained the fluid, front differential fluid. Very very dirty. Although I did put this additive in there, right here. Anti-friction for gears. But yeah, so, and this is like really gray looking. So it the fluid kind of looks like that stuff that's in there. But it was really dirty, but it didn't have a lot of metal shavings. But it had some sparkle to it. And on the magnet on the drain plug, there wasn't really much on there. So it's almost like the fluid was getting aerated because it was really foamy and frothy. I don't know, whatever, foamy. Anyway, so been trying to get bearings for it. That's what I've been trying to do, is to find bearings. Can't find any bearings. I contacted this company, Dark Side. I can't remember their name. Yeah, Dark Side Development. They did a transmission on an A5 that had similar problems with the front differential. They changed the stub shaft, and they said it went away. Turned turned out. I contacted them. They contacted me back, said that they had to take the cover, the transaxle cover, whatever you want to call it, the differential cover, and they had to have it machined open larger to stick a bigger bearing in there, or a sleeve. I think they said a sleeve. So they put a sleeve in there, put the bearing in there, and their problem went away. But they don't know the bearing size. They vary. Audi doesn't show anything from differential cover in. They just show differential cover, seal, bolts out, CV joints, everything. So I changed the fluid. Ended up carpooling with a buddy to work, and came home. We drove the car yesterday. The whining was there a little bit, not as bad. A little bit in the morning, and then it just went away. So I'm going to drain the fluid. I might have to go drive the car. Probably going to go drive the car, get it warm, pull the car on some ramps, take the shield off, and then I can get under there and loosen it without taking the wheel. I took on the last day, because I was checking the wheel bearings. Wheel bearings seemed good. Axle seemed good. So I took the whole wheel, everything off. So all I'm going to do is drop the pan, the diaper, drop that, drain the fluid. I can get to the fill plug. It's just hard to get fluid in there without the wheel and everything on. But I can fish a line down like I did before. But anyway, I'm going to do that. I'm going to drive it to work. It's about $1,400. Actually, it's going to be less, because I think I'm going to have my buddy driving back and forth to work in his car. So I'll drive this up there, park the car, drive it home. It's going to be about 900 miles round trip, whereas usually I do all the driving. And it turns out to be like 1,500 miles. So I'm going to drive it up there, park my car, see how it does with new fluid, because there's new fluid in there now. But hopefully it'll get it all clean. But anyway, meanwhile, while I was dealing with trying to get bearings, ended up contacting ZF, because it's a ZF transmission. It's the number 8 HP-55. So 8 HP-55 is the transmission. Contact like 4 different ZF dealers, I guess you can call them, and 3 of them only deal with agriculture, and one of them deals with cars and agriculture. And he said, send me an email what you need. So I sent him an email, the picture of the numbers on the races, picture of the transmission, picture of the bearings in the exploded view of the transmission, and year, make, and model and everything. And haven't heard nothing from the guy. But he might not have heard anything from ZF if he is checking for me. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, anyway, I ordered a transmission. I bought a used transmission on eBay. It's roughly $1,000. And it's supposed to be here on Tuesday when I'm going to work. So I don't know, because they told me they don't do residential shipping. So I don't know how that's going to work. I told them to ship it to a hub, and that I can come pick it up from a hub. And he said, okay, sounds good. And next thing I know, I get a thing saying it was shipped, and it's being shipped to my house, to where I live. So now I'm confused, but anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, we'll probably be doing a transmission come Thanksgiving-ish, because that's when I get the most time off, Thanksgiving, Christmas time. But while I have the transmission out, because the engine goes front of the engine, obviously, rear engine, transmission, obviously, timing chain, nope, it's here. it's between the transmission and the engine, so it's at the back of the engine. So that's another $1,000 right there for a timing chain set. So I figure while I'm in there, I'll probably have to pull the whole engine transmission out. I might pull it all from the front. So I'll have to go get the air conditioning sucked out. So I'll get the AC sucked out, take all this junk off, and engine will come out. Could set that down on the ground or on some blocks or something, and should be able to pull the transmission out the same way. And hopefully leave the wheels and tires on, or at least leave this front end on jack stands so I could pull everything out, then do the timing chain set, change out the transmission, slide the transmission in there, put the engine back in there. And it's a pain in the butt because you got to take all the injectors off, out, you got to take everything off. It's kind of a pain, so it's going to be a big project. All meanwhile, I have to put my truck back to stock and go get it smogged. So I have to put it all back to stock, all this emission stuff back on it, go drive it. So I'll probably have to drive this up there, up where I'm working, and then do emissions. So yay, fun. Never ends. I'm gonna eventually move to a state that does not do emissions, but until then, I got to do what I got to do. So, all right, guys, I gotta get cleaning this. All this has to get cleaned up, and so when that transmission comes, hopefully they'll deliver it. They'll drop it here and call it done. So that's what I'm doing today. All right, guys. See you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment. There'll be more videos. Possibly these. They look so cheap. But I'm going to try them. All right. See you in the next one. Later.